All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to the PT on Ice Daily Show. From everyone here at ICE, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everyone is having a good day so far and a good day to come. Shout out to all the home health and acute care PTs who are probably not having the day off today. So, in the spirit of the holidays and travel, I want to talk about a couple apps that will make travel a lot easier for you. So if you're traveling these next couple weeks often for the holidays, or if you travel a lot in general for leisure or for work, I want to share some apps that can improve your experience. So what you're seeing right now on the screen is a program I demoed a couple weeks ago called BlueStacks. So it lets you emulate a tablet on your desktop, whether Android or Apple. So 7 of the 8 apps work on Android. The 8th app I'll talk about, but I won't be able to demo. So let's get started with the first one. The first one being an app called Venmo. Some of you may be familiar with it already. It's an app developed by PayPal. So it's meant for peer-to-peer transactions. It's a lot less clunky than the PayPal app. It's made for paying people directly one-on-one. And it has this little social media feature here, which if you want to use, you can, but you don't have to. So it's great because it works just like PayPal. You don't need to have any money in your Venmo account to pay somebody. If your Venmo account is empty, if you transfer your money out of it right away, it'll still pull directly from your bank account to pay people. So here's my transaction. So you basically, everyone has an @ username, kind of like Twitter. You find the person, add them as a friend, and you pay them. And you can leave a little memo if you want for expensing purposes. But it's really that easy. There's no fee at all for sending or receiving money. PayPal doesn't have fees if you check the right box and say that you're paying a friend up to a certain cap. But Venmo doesn't have that cap, and for right now it's 100% free. So if you're not using Venmo, if you're still writing paper checks or something, check out Venmo. Super easy to use, makes traveling and splitting stuff like meals and Ubers and stuff very quick and easy. So that's Venmo. The next app I'm going to show is called Expensify. So we have Spotify, now we have Expensify. So this is a great app to track all your expenses if you're traveling for work. So it has this baseline feature where if you have any receipts that you get emailed to you, so if you get your flight receipt or your hotel receipt, you can forward them from the email account associated with your Expensify account to this email address, and it'll automatically plug it into the app for you and do all the work for you. And then you can add entire trips and itinerary. You can print out expense reports, end of year expense reports, and then you can add as many expenses as you want. It has a smart scan feature here, this button. It'll scan the receipt for you and digitize it to a PDF, so you can digitize your receipts and then throw them in the garbage. You can also add in trips, so if you're driving, you can add in trips using GPS coordinates from Google Maps, and then it'll compute the distance and the mileage for you and show you how much you'll get paid for mileage. So it's all right there in one app. They also have a website, so you can do stuff from your computer. But if you're on the go, you can capture your receipts, digitize them, track your trips and itinerary, and basically have it all on your phone instead of carrying around a box full of papers by the end of the year. So that's Expensify. The next couple apps will all deal with fitness. So here at ICE, we're big about moving, as we should be as physical therapists. So a couple apps for runners and for CrossFitters. The first one I want to show is called RunGo. If you're at all a competitive runner, you probably have something similar to this, but I really like this. You basically put in where you're going to be going. So if you're going to be traveling, you put in the GPS coordinates, and it'll show you all the running routes in the area. You can click them. It'll show you the route. It'll show you the distance. If anyone has any feedback, or comments. It'll show up here. And what I really like about this is you can download the routes so that if you're traveling to somewhere without good cell signal, or if you're traveling out of the country, you can find these routes, download them, and then you'll get voice guided GPS in your headphones when you're out running, no matter where you end up. So that's RunGo. The next one, a box that just kind of uses an actual regular whiteboard. Ask them to consider using Beyond the Whiteboard, because then when you're away and you're dropping in at another box, you can still do their WOD and log it, so it counts even though you're away from home. It's a great resource as well to kind of track stats over time of your performance, as well as the performance of other people at your box. So that's Beyond the Whiteboard. The next one I want to show is called WODbox. This one is very, very cool. So it has an option called Genius. So you select Genius. This is great for travel because you can tell the app what kind of stuff you have. So if you're in kind of a dinky hotel gym, you can tell it what you have. So at the hotel gym, I have an elevated surface, maybe just a flat bench, some kettlebells, a jump rope, and dumbbells. So now I want it to tell me what to do. So I'll go back and run the Genius, and it's going to randomly generate a workout for me based on what I have. So here it's telling me to do an AMRAP for 20 minutes, 10 jump knee tucks, 10 kettlebell cleans, 35-26, 12 of them, and then 30 grasshoppers in an AMRAP format. If I don't like that, I can hit it again, and it's going to randomly generate another workout, and it'll pretty much go endlessly and try and organize a CrossFit workout based on the equipment that you have. So this is really awesome if you're traveling. Maybe you're staying in an Airbnb with a bunch of random stuff, but you still want to throw together a workout. Check out WODbox. This one is, the Genius part is 100% free. They also do some stuff like Beyond the Whiteboard, and they charge for it, but the Genius part is free, and that's, I think, where the real money is. Another CrossFit app, which I can't show here because it's iPhone only, is an app called CrossFit Finder, CF Finder. So much like RunGo, it will find all the CrossFit boxes in the area that you're going, show you their address, show you their drop-in fees and rules, so that you can pick a box where you're traveling to and hit it up if possible. And then I'm going to show two more travel-based apps. One is called Hopper for flights, and one is called Rumor. So Hopper will let you pick a destination. So say I want to go from Detroit to Las Vegas. It's going to show you the current prices. So looking from today towards the future, what would the price be for this flight? And it'll show you this nice key months out, so it's kind of forecasting. And then you can pick a date. So if I want to fly on December 13th and come back on the 15th, I'm going to select those dates. It's going to use historical flight data and current prices to tell me whether or not I should buy it. So it's going to say you should book now. This is a good price. You'll likely pay more if you wait. And then obviously as we get closer to Christmas, prices are going to climb dramatically. But you can also watch this trip. So if they have any last minute cancellations or the flight doesn't fill for some reason, you'll get texts if the price drops, which is great to book a last minute flight. And then much like Hopper, there's another app called Rumor. And so I can't get it to work very well on this desktop emulated tablet, but same exact concept as Hopper, but for hotel rooms. So if you're still staying in a hotel, Jeff, if you're still staying in hotels, you can put in your destination and dates, and it will notify you of any last minute cancellations at hotels. There's also a peer-to-peer based service on this app. So if someone wants to give up their hotel room, but they don't want to lose all their money, they can post it here and say, hey, we can't make this trip. We have this hotel room booked already, and if we cancel it, we'll lose most of our money. But we want to kind of transfer it, almost sublease the hotel room for the trip to someone for cheaper, so that way you get a cheaper room and they don't lose as much money as they would as if they called the hotel and canceled it. So that's Rumor. So those are the 8 apps I covered. Venmo for peer-to-peer, paying people for things like meals and Uber rides. Expensify to track all of your expenses, your mileage, your receipts. Hopper to track low-cost flights using historic and forecasted price data. Rumor to look for cheap hotel rooms and sublet hotel rooms from people who need to cancel their room. RunGo to find running routes and to download running routes for offline running in any city you end up in. Same thing with CrossFit Finder, finding a box, drop-in rules, drop-in price at the CrossFit boxes in whatever area you're going to. WODbox to use the Genius feature to tell the app what sort of equipment you have and have it generate a workout for you. And then Beyond the Whiteboard to track your WODs still when you're away from your home box. So that's it. Those are 8 apps to help your travel. Hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. We'll be in Vancouver December 2nd and 3rd for the Patient Experience. Jeff, Jerry Durham, and Dan Crusoe will be TAing. Cervical Spine Management on the 16th and 17th at Recharge in Maryland with Jeff, and then we'll kick off the new year again with Jeff January 6th and 7th in Lakewood Ranch, Florida at